Hello, my name is Quinn Du. I'm a senior studying public health studies at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. This is the media analysis project regarding Syrian refugees. In this presentation, we will see how media portrays information through specific lenses on current issues regarding refugee crisis in Europe and of the health issues experienced by these Syrian refugees. I completed my research through the Huffington Post. The two featured sources our research on was the blogs posted and the articles in the news section from the time of October 15, 2015 through December the 3rd, 2015. The political articles contains views of the presidential candidates and dealt a lot with politics. However, blogs were thoughtful, inspirational, and encouraging to remind us that we must all take action for what isn't displayed in the media. The verbs used in the context were war, support, views, advocate, and impact. They were used to describe actions, events, and importances of the health of Syrian refugees. War described the conditions that the Syrians dealt with in the time of their country and the reason they are having to flee. Support, views, and advocates are verbs used to describe how the people in the United States could alter and do more for the Syrian refugees. Lastly, impact was used to show the impact that the images have on our ethical views. The nouns used to describe Syrian refugees were victims, crisis, emergency, relief, dangerous, and threat. These nouns clearly show strong connotations as the words dangerous and threat were typically of Republican candidates. As for bloggers, the noun victims, crisis, emergency, relief were the connotations that show the hardships Syrian refugees face. In addition, these words show the urgency to help the refugees. Clearly, the attitude, tone, and demeanor of the blogger compared to the reporter was that bloggers were more understanding and sympathetic because they looked beyond just scapegoating for the presidential campaign, but it's more in depth of experience and facts. Whereas the reporters tend to favor certain political parties and can be straightforward and harsh with their words, at times the article were left open-ended for further debates. As a reader, I felt more moved and wanted to take actions with the blogger to help the Syrian refugees. With the article, however, I was disconnected with the reporters as I felt it was just an act of favoritism towards a presidential campaign candidate. In this next slide, I have for you an analysis chart of the Huffington Post. The blogs are represented in a light blue color and articles were represented in a yellow. The categories represent specific words used, whereas the unit analysis is the number of times the words were used. After tallying, the finding shows that both consist of the words crisis and support were equally distributed. However, in the blogs, words like victim was used more highly because it speaks out of what the Syrians are going through, victims of terrorism in their country. Whereas the word refugees is used more in political articles, because to others that are reporting, they are just seen as refugees who are trying to enter the United States, despite the fact they are pushed out of their own country. In conclusion, the media portrays information through specific lenses to favor their audience. We have here two sources from the Huffington Post. They share both similarities and differences about our thinking and understanding of the current refugee crisis in Europe and of the health issues experienced by Syrian refugees. However, the blogs tend to give more sympathetic insight to the Syrian refugees, and the political articles show the threat that the Syrians could be. Together, both describe it as a crisis and that support is needed to be whether of a humane justice or because of favoritism towards a political group. Thank you for your time. Attached are the links to the blogs and articles along with the images that were shown in this presentation. Thank you for your time.